Yeah. First up is fourfold. Get some kinks out of the neck. Felt a few pops in the neck. Right there. Right there. Get any kinks out of the back. I don't feel anything going on in the back, so seems like all is good. Let's go ahead and get started with the first real pose is downward dog. Get in frame. The legs are a little bent because the initial focus is to get the arms and the back straight. So you want to rotate the pelvis so that the back can be straight, and then start to straighten the legs, try to maintain the back position. And hold the pose. And relax for another couple minutes. Straighten the arms. The hands feel a little dry, so they're sliding a little bit on the carpet. But that also means you can try to use the core some more, the shoulders a little more to press the hands into the earth instead of relying on the friction between the hands and the carpet. And yeah, feel the shoulders a little bit. Stretching out a little more. Feel the legs a little bit. Stretching a little more. Rotate the pelvis down. Try to lift up the balls of the feet. Squeeze that shin muscle a little bit. Felt like my hands were a little bit out of balance, so reposition the left hand a little bit. But now I want to slide again. And now the shoulders are starting to really feel some sensation just on the muscles, trying to keep the shoulders where they are to stabilize. Straighten the back, rotate the pelvis. Try to straighten the legs a little bit more. Relax the hamstrings. Downward dog feels like a very stubborn pose to work because it's hard to get a good stretch on the parts that need stretch. And that is that. Little hero pose, transition to reset the timer, and get started again. Pop in the right knee. And next up, upward facing dog. The pose where after you hold it, or after I hold it with the fingers back towards the feet for 3 minutes, it's not easy to type. Yeah, so normal upward facing dog has the fingers pointed towards the front, away from the feet, but that was getting a little bit too boring. So I started turning the hands and the fingers towards the feet. And my low back is slowly getting into place. It couldn't go straight into place. Still have some sensation. So yeah, so it's actually a nice stretch on the wrists and the forearm. You've got the fingers pointed back towards the feet, and you're lengthening all those muscles and tendons that you use to control your fingers. So after you get your hands out of the stretch, yeah, it's and try to type immediately after that, it doesn't quite work so much. kind of funny. Alright, so the back is good to go. There we go. Use the head as counterbalance. Open this up some more. Oh, yawning a lot this morning. First day back to work. Yay! Maybe not so exciting. And feel the pose. And relax for another 36 seconds. Feel the breath slide in and out of the body. Might even feel the lungs as they fill with air. Feel all the arteries and veins inside the lungs, opening and expanding. You feel the wrists, forearms, middle back, and 3 minutes are up for that guy. All right. So yeah, trying to type right now, it's usually not so much fun. There we go, get the hands back, get the timer started. Next up, wheel pose, which is easier because we just used the upward facing dog to get our low back into a good spot so that we can do a wheel pose without having to worry about the low back being in a decent spot. Turn my hands out a little bit. Make sure everything's okay. Feel the stretch on the abdomen and the thighs, the front side of the thighs. What a sensation on the low back. Feet keep wanting to slide. Let's have some dry hands and feet today. Keep sliding on the carpet. Yeah. I can really only hold this for about a minute. That's when I start to get tired. I think that's enough for today. Relax. Next up, let's do a camel pose for the remainder of the time. Use the hands on the thighs to control the rotation. I can really feel the muscles, supporting muscles around my pecs today. I guess I exercised maybe a little too much yesterday. Relax. So hands on the heels. And then start to feel rotation in the shoulder joint. Stretch out the muscles on the front side of the shoulder, so pectoral muscle. Relax, and then I have to engage the bicep a little bit to prevent the elbows from over-rotating. Because they lock into place, but then they'll try to over-rotate. So I have to engage the biceps just a little bit. And then slowly get back towards a neutral position. Next one started. So those are the back bends for the day. Now we're going to do some more forward folding. So that was all of our posterior stretch. And now we'll do our anterior stretch. Very slowly get into the stretch. There we go, we're about a minute in. Let's see. So today's the 3rd. So stretch the left leg, so cross the right leg over. And then, yeah, I can balance on one foot, but it takes a lot of effort. So that's why I put the hands down. Because what I'm really trying to do is stretch the muscles around the pelvis area. To try and open this up for when I do it with both legs. Straighten the knee. Feel the hip. Yeah, it's a very interesting sensation in the hip joint. I don't normally feel. Try to rotate the pelvis down some more. Oh, swap sides. Those are my intentions. This is going to be a little too short. Feels like there's a lot more going on, especially with the balance. So we'll get the one leg for balance, and so it feels like I'm shaking quite a bit. And also trying to allow the pelvis to relax and rotate some more, which creates an interesting sensation of pelvis. Get some bonus time on this side so we keep both legs balanced. And there we go. That is that. Alright, so next up is hip opener. There we go. The fun-filled hip opener. So today, I'll do this first. Let's see if I can fit on this side. Looks like it. Whoa. Those muscles, not so happy. Alright, so here we go. Feel that, right? Get the ankle into the chest. Actually, I've got the side of the foot right into the divot on the chest. With that chin to big toe. There you go. And then you try to do the same thing. I feel a decent stretch just like that. But that's not where we're going. Where we're going, right? And so I feel this, right? These muscles are on one side of the bone, and then right there, muscles are on a different side of the bone. And try to get this around. Look at that. But it's not feeling super happy today. what is this? I've got, yeah, the Achilles isn't really on the skull. It's I've got the back of the skull pressed into the space between the Achilles and the shin. More or less, that's where I am today. Because the right thigh is saying, you know, I think that's about enough for today. Doesn't quite want to get the foot all the way behind the head. But then I got the left elbow around the right foot, and that wasn't feeling very good. So you got the forearm pressing into the ankle. Just try and help out. And just relax for another minute or so. There we go. Feeling a good stretch on that right leg. Really feel that stretch. I'm actually trying to pull the leg down a little bit. I've got the right knee on the earth. Just feel that good stretch. Another 20 seconds. Pulse the muscles a little bit, maybe feel a little bit of space. And that is that. There we go, let the blood flow reestablish. And get ready for the other side. Alright, other side. Start. Start slow. Get the foot right into the center of the chest. Look at that. Unknown hair. Very cool. Slide some off-camera stuff out of the way. And take this down. Feel it stretch into the chest. And then get the leg repositioned. And then try to get the same position as I did on the other side. And the left leg just always kind of doesn't feel it as much as the right leg. But today seems to be doing a little bit better as compared to the right leg. And there we go. Keep this for another minute 45. Relax. So lots of arm effort involved today because I don't have the shin all the way behind the head. But feel that stretch on the outside of the left thigh. Feel the stretch and then feel the constriction of the blood vessels. You can feel the foot slowly falling to sleep. Feel the sensations that the body provides. You're really feeling outside the left thigh. Which is what really needs to stretch on the left leg. It really seems to be the limiting factor. On either side, it seems to be the part that has the most sensation. It's the left outer thigh. More so than on the right side. Alright, 13 seconds. Okay, 13. Oh yeah. And that's that. Be very, very careful. Bring the leg out. And down. Allow blood flow to reestablish. Be nice and gentle as you come up. Alright. Working our way through the practice. 8:23. So, now we've got hamstrings. Right, so legs at about 120. And then today's the third. So, grab the left foot first. There we go. That back just does not want to turn. After doing what we did before, the back needs to go slowly. Alright. You can feel the man parts on the floor. Not quite in a good spot. That's a little better. And relax the leg and the pelvis so the head and shoulder can find the earth. Get that into a better spot. There we go. And then get the left hand under the right hamstring, left shoulder to the earth. Right hand grabs the left foot, outside of the left foot. Feel a stretch on the right shoulder. And a subtle twist on the left ball and socket joint, because I'm twisting the eye of the left elbow towards the front. Relax, feel the sensation, straighten the leg. And I'm not sure what I'm doing, but it's hard to describe, but I'm stretching out the low back, or kind of straightening the low back, which also stretches out the hamstring on the left leg. Too much sensation on the crotch. Check the timer's going. Yep, 10 seconds left. So make it a good 10 seconds. Go. All right, hey. Somebody watching. Cool stuff. I've got 2 people watching now. Awesome. Yep. Today I got a start that was much closer to 8, because today is the first day back in the office. I gotta get to work today after this. Alright. Starting 3 minutes on the right side hamstring stretch. And if you're interested in the rest of the video, it does go out to YouTube, so you should be able to find it somewhere there. Feel that right hamstring stretch. The second side is usually easier, and the right side is usually a bit more open for me. There we go. Slowly get this down. Go, get the head on the earth. Get the right hand under the left hamstring. There reseat that right thigh and hamstring. There we go. It was tugging on the carpet. There we go. Feel that stretch for another minute, 50 seconds. And then I feel a stretch in the left shoulder, especially when I try to relax the left shoulder. That's when I start to feel a stretch on it. Because there's a lot of supporting muscles in that left shoulder in order to get to this pose. As I relax the supporting muscles, I start to feel more sensation. So relax, and then, some sensation on the right thigh, the right hamstring. There we go. Wow, left shoulder totally relaxed, feels good, feels fine. There we go. A little bit more sensation on the left shoulder. To do that by bringing the hand a little bit closer to the heel. It's like I'm straightening the back to enhance the stretch on the right thigh, the right hamstring. Engage the quads, see what that feels like. And the muscles on the right leg, just pulls all the muscles a little bit. Look at that, popping the left knee. Let's see what all this feels like. Relax for a moment. And that's that. Hey, hey, got somebody else watching, alright. Clear the timer. Hey, hey, alright, I can't do that. Very cool. Next up is wide splits. So yeah, if you're just starting, right, you slowly start to get your legs further apart. If you have to bend your hamstring, you bend your knees because your hamstrings, that's what you do. But eventually, right, you can sit here without having your back against the wall, right? And you'll feel a stretch, which I don't feel anymore. And then you'll start to want to bring this forward. And if you're a guy, you got parts in the way. So you gotta kind of roll over the parts and then get them properly resituated so that you can feel the entirety of the abs and pelvis on the earth, the abdominal area and the pelvis on the earth. Alright, so today's third, so let's stretch the left arm first. Get that shoulder stretch. And this is a pretty interesting stretch to me because I've got the legs, I've got the pelvis into the earth, so the legs are kind of locked into where they can go. But I can use the torso, the upper body, to control the amount of stretch on the left shoulder. And it's really stretching the outside muscle on the left shoulder, deltoid, maybe, something like that. But I feel a lot in that. And I can use control the positioning of my torso to control that stretch on that muscle. So if I need a little less, I rotate so there's a little bit less. If I can handle a little more, then I rotate to a little more. And also, it reminds me of the sensation when I get the feet behind the head, and then I start to feel the blood flow constrict, and then I start to feel the feet falling asleep. I'm actually kind of reminded about that, and so it feels like I'm constricting the blood flow in the shoulder, and it feels like the hand is starting to fall asleep a little bit from this stretch. And we swap sides, because we're only doing a minute on each side. gonna have to give this side some bonus time. So it didn't swap till there was 40 seconds left. So I gave the other side extra 20 seconds, so we'll have to give this side another 20 seconds too. On this side, I feel a lot more like the pec is in the way. The pec has to learn how to compress properly. As opposed to on the left side, the left shoulder, the more of the stretch was on the, I'm calling it the deltoid, but I'm guessing that's the muscle on the outside of the shoulder. Whereas on this side, more of the sensation is actually on the pectoral muscle and squishing the pectoral muscle. And there we go, minute 20 both sides. All right, next up, handstand practice. Got to let blood flow return to the arms just a little bit. Get the timer started. Make sure we don't practice for too long in any one pose. And get the hands just under the shoulders. Fingertips pointed just slightly out. And we press up. Feel that wrist. Yeah, bones in there. Having a little bit of extra sensation today. That's interesting. Alright. So, yeah, left wrist. A lot of extra sensation there. Alright. Can we balance today? We shall see. Tighten the belly. Find balance. Bend the elbows for more control. Straighten the elbows for less effort. Oh, come on. Keep it. Keep it. Relax. Focus. Balance. Keep breathing. Yeah, feel the legs. Feel a nice stretch. Keep this up. Look at that. Keep balance. Oh, keep. Oh. Alright. Well, that was pretty cool though, because when I first lifted up, I had a little bit of an issue. I almost came out of it when I first lifted up, but I was able to recover. So that was actually pretty awesome. Wrist's okay. Alright, and then we'll finish off with a lotus headstand. Oh, man, that left wrist did something it did not like. Fingers interlaced behind the head. Relax. Be careful. Do not try this at home unless you know exactly what you're doing. You gotta send a lot of effort or conscious awareness to that left wrist. Apparently I overworked it a little bit today. Want to make sure it heals up for tomorrow. But also, hey, you're in a headstand, right? So make sure you focus on stuff you need to focus for the headstand. Flip the legs. Now just feeling the earth, right? The connection from the earth to the head to the neck and through vertebrae. And that is that. So we'll get out of this nice and easy today because I got to keep going. Alright, that is my 8 a.m. yoga practice. Everyone, thanks for watching. And hope you all enjoy the rest of your individual days. Make it great and have fun.